I'm Ching Huang and I grew up around Chinese flavors, ingredients and wonderful Asian cooking. I love using fresh ingredients and amazing flavors to create mouth-watering Asian dishes. In this series, I'll be exploring classic Chinese sauces such as plum, oyster, black beans, and sweet and sour. So I want to show you fermented black beans. In Chinese, they're called 豆豉, and this humble bean is responsible for making the most delicious black bean sauce. Now, if you can't get this, then you can get bottled black bean sauce, which is just as good. And today I'm going to show you how to make one of my favorite dishes, and it's really easy. It's my sizzling beef with black bean sauce with noodles. So, I've got here some garlic, ginger, chili, and bird's eye chili. Now these ingredients here form the holy trinity of Chinese cooking. Now I'm using green pepper in this dish because it's not as obviously sweet as red pepper, but it's got a nice fresh bite to it, a nice savouriness that works really well with beef. Just want to slice around the core. Now, salad onions are really perfect, just to add a fresh bite to any dish at the end. Lovely. So those are all my veggies prepped, and now it's time for the beef. Now, the grains of beef are all that sort of fat marbling that runs through the meat, and you want to slice against it so that each morsel that you have is going to be meltingly delicious because of that fat. So what we're going to do is just slice this piece in half, and then we're just going to slice it into sort of less than 1 centimetre thick pieces. Perfect. So that's it. Time to wash my hands. One last thing to show you before we wok, and that is my flat wide rice noodles. And these come dried in packets, and you need to soak them for about 10 minutes in boiling water until they're lovely and springy like this. And then once you drain them and refresh them under cold water, just drizzle a little bit of peanut oil just so they sort of stop sticking together. And this is going to be minutes in the wok, and it's going to be delicious with the beef. Half the world's noodles are eaten in China. They're a humble, everyday ingredient, enjoyed throughout the country, from the backstreet kitchens of rural China to the 5-star hotels of Beijing. In with the garlic, ginger, and the chili. For just less than 30 seconds. Now at this stage, I'm going to add in the beef. Time to wash my hands. Now at this stage, as the beef starts to turn brown, I'm going to introduce some Shaoxing rice wine. And then just give that a good stir. And as the alcohol evaporates, you get this really nice whiff of this bitter sweetness. Now I'm going to add a small drop of dark soy sauce. Just a tiny bit. Then in with the green peppers, and then just toss it together. Now I like my peppers quite nice and al dente, so just less than a minute in the wok is perfect. Now we can introduce the noodles. So all the noodles in, look at that, lovely and springy. And then we just toss that all together. So at this stage, it's time to season the dish. So I'm going to use a few tablespoons of light soy sauce, a good quality light soy sauce. And then just stir that together. And of course, we can't forget our delicious black bean sauce, this umami-rich sauce. So good sort of 3 to 4 tablespoons in there. And then you just toss it all together. And then finally, the fresh salad onions at the end, just to give it a fresh bite. Toss it all together. And then this is the best bit. We're ready to serve. There you go, really simple. That's my sizzling black bean beef with noodles. Delicious, warming, savoury, and comforting.